Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 1, Episode 5. So, last time we got to see a bit of Slippin' Jimmy in the past and in the present. It seems like Jimmy decided to pull off a scam. I'm not quite sure when he decided to do the scam. Was it all planned from when he did the billboard? I don't think so, because he tried to contact so many news stations and everything. I mean, unless the news stations were in order for the whole scam to be pulled off. Maybe he did plan the whole thing the way it was, right? I don't know. But then he did fight in court for it. Or not court, but in front of the judge pretty hard with a Hamlin. But he successfully pulled off the scam, got some new clients regardless, and Hamlin is pissed, but Chuck found out and is probably not very happy. So I wonder if Chuck will say something this episode, or if he will just hold on to this for a perfect moment to nail Jimmy right in the balls, right? But yeah, I'm curious if this is like the start to Jimmy's fall to Saul, or if he will try to recover and try to go on the straight and narrow again with like Chuck talking to him, and then fall again, kind of thing. I'm not sure, but it's very interesting. I'm very curious as to where we go, and I'm excited. So let's get started, shall we? All right, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Sally Mander. Oh, the money. The old lady. Why are we starting with her? Is she, like, scared of him? Oh. Did she call the police on him? This damn old lady called the police for this. Chuck is not gonna like the police, though. They have radios. Or are we gonna see Chuck see the police, too? Still in his space blanket? Uh-oh. Yep. Hmm. Jeez. Is he going around back? Trying to find a way in? Oh, man. He's gonna freak the fuck out. He's looking for a probable cause, a reason to go in. Is that what he's doing? Trying to think if Chuck has anything that would give him reason. Oh my god, he's just rambling on. Oh, okay. Huh. Uh-oh. That was a cool shot. Kicking in a door for something like this? Pull out their tasers. Shit. Well, damn. Makes me think there's something wrong with my screen with the way that background looks. Alright. I wonder what's gonna happen to Chuck. They gonna send him to like a mental ward or something? I don't know. That voice. Come on in. Looks like a wealthy person. Interesting that he'd call Jimmy. I almost said call Saul. Look at that vehicle. Jesus. Hmm. The real America. Just play it off. Make that car work for you now. Where is this gonna go? Is this one of his consultations? He's got a lawyer, right? Oh boy, it's gonna be something crazy, isn't it? Oh boy, it's gonna be nuts. Oh jeez. Oh my god. On that side. Oh my god. I mean, he's loaded. Thousands. Oh, what's he gonna say? That's a decent chunk. Oh, shit. Jeez. $500,000 up front? Is that what he was saying? Cash. Jesus. He just has 500,000 sitting there on that platter ready to go. Oh my god. It's his money. He prints his own money. Get the fuck out of there. Alright, well, that sucks. Oh no. So one of his consultations was not great. I like how he parked his car away. I've seen this guy somewhere before, right? What is this? Is this going to be another crazy person? Oh, patent law. Such a bullshitter. Oh boy. I'm getting flashbacks to The Office. A toilet. Okay. Oh my god, it's a talking toilet. Oh, that's kind of disturbing. Oh my god. He's like mimicking it too. Oh, that's so disturbing. I mean, couldn't this be a job he could do? Oh my god, Jimmy. Well, I mean, it is pretty fucked up. Oh, is this Chuck's? Uh-oh. Is the door gonna be kicked in? Neighborhood organized against crime. Oh, no. This isn't Chuck's. Never mind. My bad. I saw, like, the bottom part of the house, and it looked like that brick bit that Chuck has, but... Damn, is he even gonna get a single? Oh, man. Alpine Shepherd Boy. One of her many dolls that are around there. I love how we're just sitting here watching this whole thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Don't trip over your carpet. I think that's carpet. Okay. Look at them all. Alright, so what does she need a lawyer for? Does she need to patent her dolls? Oh my god, her will. Oh my god. Oh my god. So they've been doing this for a while. Hmm. That might have been a bad joke. Hmm. Oh no. Please don't tell me it's change. Okay. Oh, she's loaded. He's like, I should have asked for more. Alright. I mean, I think he's also just happy that he got money, right? Oh my god, he's telling her about it. Oh my. Uh, but he went around. I mean, I don't know if all this was in one day, but that was one client he got for $140. You know. Okay. Hmm. A lot of seniors have a lot of money that some of them don't know what to do with too. Willing to throw it to a lawyer. Uh-oh. Oh, Chuck. It's about Chuck. Duh. I'm an idiot. Oh. Oh. Is he in a hospital? Oh, those gotta be hot, right? Hmm. Oh. She can shut that one off. Okay. I wonder if he snaps right out of it. Edwin, hold it. Oh. I guess that works. Uh, will Chuck realize? I mean, will Jimmy realize? Oh, is he coming too a little bit? Damn. Even when he was like out on the floor like that, they still tasered him. Man. Thing is like I mean, it's yeah. I read it. I looked it up in like one of the earlier episodes. It's supposedly a real thing, or at least it's never been like fully proven, but hmm, interesting. Hmm. I wonder if he could actually get some help. It's not a good answer. What if you could have him be in a comfortable environment talking to a psychiatrist, right? I don't know. Hmm. He knows. Interesting. Hmm. I like this doctor. She's accommodating. She's helpful. She's not too forceful. I really like her. Hmm. Damn. It's true. Hmm. It's really interesting. Alright. Does he just have to suffer until they get home? I mean, they can't shut off all the lights all the way. Oh, jeez. Enabling. He wants him to stay. Yeah. I do wonder if that's part of Hamlin's thought. Damn. Alright. Got him back. He needs a space blanket. Space blanket. Jimmy's usually against it, but like very accommodating. Oh, jeez. The door is like already boarded up. I wonder who did that. Yep, and the paper. Huh. So he's really considering that. Alright. As any lawyer should. Wonder if he means that. Or maybe he thinks he means it right now. He's feeling better. Is that proof that maybe it has to do with Jimmy's lifestyle? You got a little TV? You trying to come up with a new look? Interesting. So he's gonna try to go in on this elder law, seemingly. This is a fun camera angle. We're just having a montage of old people eating pudding. That's where we're at right now. Ah, clever. Where's his number, though? He's got his new suit. Watching it like an older movie, maybe like appease to something they might see as familiar. That's my will writing hand. Nice. Oh. Hey, Mike. Oh, that look. Hmm. We're left with Mike for a little bit. Maybe. What are you up to, Mike? Why are we lingering on this? Man. I didn't realize he worked nights. And his replacement. Interesting. Following Mike a little bit, huh? Does he know the waitresses? Does he come here every time? Hmm. Interesting. Who's this? Someone Mike knows? Oh, someone he's watching? Interesting. Oh, well, she sees you. He's just staring at her. Alright. Interesting. I can't remember if Mike had anything in Breaking Bad that would make me be like, oh, this is that, but it's very possible. But I can't remember anything that specific. It has been no talking since Jimmy left. Like almost like 5 minutes or something of just. I mean, there are people talking in the diner, but just really interesting how quiet this show is sometimes. How do you even still watch stuff this old? Oh. Who's outside? Is Mike gonna pull a badass? It just has a bat. Oh. Why are the cops here? Who are these? Want to pull him back in? He used to be a cop, right? What? What? Oh, damn. Alright. That is the end of episode 5, guys. Oh, I could go for some 5 guys. But, that's interesting. So, does that mean, like, just to talk about what we just saw at the very end there real fast, does that mean that next episode is gonna be, like, a more Mike-focused episode? Or are we just gonna see tidbits of what Mike's up to? I'm intrigued. I would love some more Mike. I've been wanting more Mike in the story, which is part of the reason why I've been wanting Jimmy to really kick off with Saul Goodman and everything, because I don't know when Mike really starts like working with Jimmy, but I feel like that'll be really interesting when it does start happening. Excuse me. But that being said, it's interesting that we've been getting him every single episode. Like, I imagine he's contracted to be in all these episodes, right? So they just throw him in here, like, once or twice here or there. He's done a few things and stuff like that, and now this might be the most we've seen of him. Maybe we saw a decent amount when the cops were trying to get him to press charges against Jimmy, and then instead he ended up helping Jimmy and talking to him in that staircase and everything. But I think this might have been longer. But yeah, interesting. I am all for more Mike stuff, but it's just really fascinating how this show can get away with being so good, yet have so many just quiet moments where we just, like, if you didn't watch Breaking Bad, you'd have a little bit of inkling as to who Mike is, right? There's this old guy working at the, parking booth or whatever, and he seems to have a pass in police business based off the episode that he helped Jimmy in, right? And he seems to have like a good mind for it, right? But really that's all we know about him. And then we sit here and we watch him for like, I don't know how long that was, but that was probably almost 5 minutes that we watched him just sit at work all night, right? And then drive to this did he do the diner first? Damn, my memory's so bad. I think he did the diner first, right? And then he went and sat in front of that person's house. I don't know if it's a granddaughter. Seems too young to be a daughter. Seems like it could be a granddaughter or something. Maybe some kind of family, or I don't know. But like keeping an eye on her, maybe making sure she's safe, or maybe she doesn't want to talk to him for some reason, so he's keeping his distance but still showing that he's like around and willing to talk. I don't know. I'm really intrigued, and then all the way to his house where he's just sitting there, right? And like not a word was said the whole time. Like it's really cool how the show can get away with that and me not just be like, well, that was a boring sequence of events, because for me it wasn't, right? But yeah. And then the cop showing up at the end, I can only assume that either they want to pull him back into the line of work, or they need his help on something. Maybe, like, every time I think of, like, a cop or like a detective or something that is in retirement and they come out of it, part of it is because a, like, cold case isn't cold anymore, or there is a like copycat killer, or a like killer they tried to track down came back, right? Like some serial killer killed like 4 times and then disappeared, and then suddenly 20 years later they show up again, so they try to get some of the original cops that worked on it to at least like maybe not be a cop again, but help with information and everything. So but I'm interested why, if that is the case, why do these guys come with 2 guys in blues, right? Like, if they're just, like, detectives or something that want his help, why does it feel like he's about to be, like, arrested and they need, like, backup from him? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I guess if he does get... Is it possible that it's because he was sitting outside that woman's house? Did she call someone? Is it possible that she's in, like, protective custody? Ooh. Like, what if she's in... Like, I was trying to, like, connect the scenes and why we saw all those scenes. I wonder if she's supposed to be in, like, protective custody. They called the cops that, handled putting her undercover, right? Or not undercover, but in, like, witness protection kind of thing. They came here and like, to talk to him and basically chew him out for what he did. And I wonder, is it possible that whatever he did causes him to be arrested and he gets Jimmy to be his lawyer? That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? But I don't know. We'll see. Very fascinating. It makes me really excited for the next episode because, like I said, I just love everything Mike stuff. I could watch a TV show about Mike, sitting there watching I Love Lucy. I imagine that's what that show was, right? I can't remember the actors. I didn't see it well enough to know, but a black and white show where they're saying Lucy. I imagine it's I Love Lucy. But yeah, so much fun. But anyway, going back to the beginning of the episode, we had a fun one. The cops busted into Chuck's because of the newspaper, which, in my opinion, that's kind of a... I don't know. I don't know much about police business and everything, but a woman reported her newspaper being stolen, so they kick in this guy's door. Like, sure, he wasn't being cooperative in opening his door, but they have a point, like, probable cause. Like, sure, he had his, like they looked in that window and they saw that he had, like, that lamp oil and that he had his, why can't I think of what it's called? It's not a circuit board. Either way, he had all that shit, all those wires pulled out. I don't know why I can't think of it, but yeah, I don't know. I still don't think that gives the cops the right to kick in the door over a newspaper, right? But I mean, I guess they could very easily claim it as him. Like, I mean, they already said this episode that he's, he could technically be a danger to himself or the neighborhood if all that oil goes up in flames, kind of thing. But yeah, still seems pretty crazy. And I guess while we're on the topic of Chuck, we'll jump straight to the hospital bit and everything. And Jimmy found out that he was there, went there, and, like, I gotta say, I really like what that doctor had to say. Like, she was accommodating. She took, all her electronics off. She put the lights off. She stopped the security guard and everything. She realized that he might have, like, the brother might have been telling the truth, right? Because, like, it is a pretty crazy thing, but he was so adamant about it that I like that she took that chance and was like, hey, show me that you've calmed down and we'll deal with this. She shuts the light off and she takes all of her phones and everything out of her pockets. But, like, that was really cool, and he managed to snap out of it. But it's just really interesting because at first I was like, okay, I was on the level of the doctor where I was like, in the first few episodes where I was like, okay, there must be something else going on that's causing him to have these problems, right? And then he just thinks it's this, and he's just crazy. Like, I feel bad. I genuinely thought that, right? But then as we went, he like, seemed like he was able to detect when there was electronics somewhere, even if it wasn't shown, right? Like, he was like, oh, there's gotta be something else here, and he, like, kicked Jimmy's pants in one of the episodes when Jimmy came in drunk and left all his clothes everywhere, and found his phone and threw it out. I mean, maybe he just knew that Jimmy had a phone. If he came in with his other electronics, he came in with his phone too. That could just be an assumption. But then here, he, like, started having a hard time because she had that thing in her pocket. Did he just see that thing and know it had a battery in it and freaked out? Like, how did he know that was there? But then she did that test where she turned on that machine by his feet and he didn't notice it at all. So, I mean, I guess the only thing I can think of is he just happened to see that thing in her pocket and was like, oh, that thing might have a battery. Like, in his head, he's like, oh, that thing might have a battery, and, like, freaked out, right? But yeah, it's just really interesting that he's sometimes able to spot those little things, yet he wasn't able to spot the thing at his feet. So I guess it really isn't, it really is, like, something else in his head. And Jimmy seems to have a little inkling that it could be because of his problems, which is interesting because he doesn't always, like, I thought Jimmy went on the straight and narrow for a while, yet he had this problem, and it wasn't like this all the time either, even back when Jimmy was Slippin' Jimmy, right? Because I'm sure that was over 18 months ago. So I don't know. I'm really intrigued. I wonder if we're eventually going to get to the point where Chuck gets help and finds the underlying condition, because I feel like it might be more than just, like, he's worried about Jimmy doing bad stuff again, right? And that's causing him to have all these irritations. But yeah, I do wonder if, like, in the show, are we gonna get an answer to it, or is it just gonna be something where we never do get an answer? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, very interesting stuff. We had, and a lot of it was focused around Chuck. It was really cool, and the idea that Hamlin came in, did all that to get, seeming like he cared, and maybe he does care. I'm really curious as to Hamlin's, like, inner thought process, because he comes off as, like, I want to make sure that, my friend is okay, right? And doesn't get charged for this thing that's ridiculous. But so he handled it with the DA. But Jimmy seems to think that Hamlin did that because if he gets committed, that gives Jimmy, if Chuck gets committed, sorry, I might have said the wrong words. If Chuck gets committed, Jimmy gets, like, power of eternity, or power of eternity, yes. Power of attorney, or, guardianship, or whatever it is. However, I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but yeah, that gives Jimmy the ability to cash him out of HHM, which he doesn't, which seems like obviously he doesn't want, because Jimmy's asking for a lot of money, and he probably doesn't want to fork up that money, kind of thing. But yeah, so I'm wondering, he still ended up taking him home and talking to him about that, so is he still planning on having him committed at some point, or I wonder how that's gonna go. But yeah. I do hope that the urge to help his brother outweighs the urge to screw over Hamlin, right? Because I don't want Jimmy to do this to Chuck. I want Jimmy to do this to Chuck because Jimmy feels that it's the right thing to do for his brother to get better, right? Not because he wants to screw over Hamlin, which, like he said, he was on the fence about it before, and he said this pushed him over and he's going to have him committed. So I just hope that, I don't know. I just wonder if this is something that, obviously, hindsight's 20/20, you don't know until after it's done, but I do wonder if having him committed and having him get help is something that could actually help him with the situation, right? Like, we saw him acting perfectly fine with that one machine on. If they can find, like, the root cause and treat it, then, maybe Chuck could be better and go back to living a normal life. Although, I guess the other thing is, if Jimmy sells him out of HHM and he does get the help that he needs and he does get better, then, like, what is Chuck gonna have to go back to? He no longer has his spot in the company anymore. I'm sure Jimmy will give him that money, or at least a big chunk of the money, right? But, like, one of Chuck's goals, we know from the beginning of the show, is that he wants to beat this thing himself and go back to work. And he doesn't want to sell out because he doesn't want his clients to, be scattered to the wind and everything. But all that might happen if Jimmy does go through with this. So it's a really tough call, right? Like, I almost wonder if it would be better to commit him and not sell him out and see if this works, right? But then he'd miss his opportunity to make that call, because if he does get uncommitted and goes back home, then he might not have that power to do it anymore. So very interesting. We also spent the beginning of the episode going through a bunch of the different calls he got from the the billboard scam thing that he did, which he also claims that's going to be the last time. So I wonder, that was kind of what I was thinking when the episode started. I was like, okay, so Chuck is going to know, like, is this going to be something where Jimmy tries to go back on the straight and narrow, and then obviously we know eventually he kind of just goes all in on the deep end stuff, right? But for now I was wondering, like, because there's, it's a process, right? He can't just jump straight into Saul Goodman, right? He needs to be properly, you know just, I imagine just shit has to go down enough in his life for him to be like, fuck it, I'm done. Like, I tried doing everything the legitimate way. This is stupid. But yeah, so I kind of talked right at the start of this episode about the idea that he could possibly backtrack, or not backtrack. I mean, that makes it sound like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing that he's doing this for, trying to stay on the straight and narrow and all that. But yeah, it seems like at least that's what he told. That's what he told Chuck. I guess we'll have to see if he really tries to do. I mean, he did. I mean, instead of working on his next scam, he has invested into elder law. Right? He got this new suit, which is, I didn't really think about it right away when he was watching the movie. He got it from like an older movie, which makes me wonder if it's something like, oh, a lot of old people might have seen this movie. I'm gonna look like this guy, right? And that might like appeal to them, kind of thing. And I like how I had that thought process where it was like, oh yes, old people watch these old shows, right? And then we have Mike at the end of the episode watching I Love Lucy, kind of thing. It's just funny. But yeah, that was interesting, and he has his name at the bottom of the like, it's not yogurt, it's not pudding either. It's Jello. That's what it was. I was trying to like think of the word, all these different things in my mind. But yeah, like the bottom of the Jello cup having his phrase being like, need a will, call McGill, like trying to invest in this elder law and everything. So I wonder how that's gonna go for him, if it's gonna work out. I mean, obviously it doesn't seem like it. Like, the thing is it could work out, and then he just realizes that it's not what he wants to do, right, in the long term, and that leads to Saul Goodman eventually, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm curious to see if this. I mean, he bought a new suit. He paid for the advertisement on the bottom of the cups and business cards and stuff like that. So, will it work out? Will he make some money off it? I am very curious to see. I like seeing that progression of Jimmy's character. But going back to what I originally talked about, the billboard stuff getting him some calls, he ended up having to go to a guy that wanted to secede from the United States, tried to pay him in fake money, like, or I guess money from his place, I mean, clearly the guy seems like he has a lot of money, but he decided to try to pay him in his money, which is crazy because, like, I mean, the guy is crazy in general, but I mean, I guess he's investing in a future. Like, what does he expect? Like, Jimmy still has to live in the world out there. He needs money. He can't invest all these years to try to get you to secede from the United States and then have money to spend at your place, like. And I mean, I guess he did have like facilities and stuff like that, so maybe Chuck could have, I mean, not Chuck, but Jimmy could have somehow lived there and used some of that money, but it's just crazy. And then the toilet guy too. I wanted to look that guy up because I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. I think I wrote down his name right. But that toilet stuff was freaking funny. Nope, not Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Roland J. I think it was Roland J. Cox. Oh, I see. I totally wrote that. I wrote Roland J as in J middle name and then Cox's last name. Let's see. IMDb, do they have all the actors? guess not. Roland J. Cox. Yes, this guy. No, go away, Wikipedia ad. I'm trying to find important information. Why don't they give you... Why doesn't the Wikipedia give you the actor's name? Freaking... That's ridiculous. Oh, wait. Wait, did I just see it? Portrayed by Tim Baltz. There we go. Okay. Dude, these Wikipedia ads are terrible. Holy shit. Go away. Good God. IMDb. Will this take me to this guy's IMDb? Actor, writer, producer. Here we go. Finally. I apologize, guys. Let's see. Will versus the future. Huh. I don't recognize any of this. Huh. Oh, he was in Parks and Rec. Very well could be what I recognize him from. I don't think I ever watched Chicago PD. Okay. Really, the only thing I think I see here that I recognize is Parks and Rec. So maybe that's just what I've seen him in. As I feel like his face is so recognizable. I feel like I've seen it somewhere. But it very well could be Parks and Rec. But okay. Yeah, I wrote down his name when I heard him say it because I was like, this guy looks familiar. And I am terrible at matching faces to names, to matching it to content I've seen in the past, right? So I always have to like go and look it up. But yeah, it's really interesting. Going back to the first guy, that was trying to give him $1 million. Like if that was a real thing, Jimmy was willing to go in with that much, right? And that much work to help this guy secede from the United States, like, and he wanted to like fight tooth and nail, so Jimmy would have been in it for a while. But I mean, if you're given $1 million, he wanted $4.50 an hour, if I'm not mistaken, right? So if we open up the calculator, honestly, this math is probably pretty easy, but I want to make sure that I don't do it wrong. That's 2,222 hours, right? I mean, that's a lot of hours. That is a lot of hours to be working, assuming that, you know, it takes them that long kind of thing to either finish it or give up. Obviously, he didn't get that actual money, so he's not doing it, but he was willing to invest that. But I mean, hell, you got $1 million, right? Or I guess 500,000, and then 500,000 on completion, which I guess technically, like, if they failed at doing it and gave up, would he still get that 500,000 at the end? Or would that only be an extra 500,000 if he successfully got the guy to secede from the United States? But I don't know. So maybe it would have only been 500,000 up front that he would have gotten. But regardless, pretty crazy. I gotta say, like, props to him for putting up with the will as well with Miss Strauss, doing like going through all the different dolls and everything. Like, I feel bad because like this old lady wants to leave her kids and grandkids something, right? But maybe she doesn't have a lot. I don't know. Like, I don't want to dismiss her desire to leave them these dolls and everything that she has, or whatever they're considered, but just like how specific she was, like I feel like that would just annoy the crap out of me. But Jimmy did it, and he did it, you know, he was in, he didn't half-ass it, so I gotta give him props for that. He even caught something where she made a mistake. Now the question is, did she do that on purpose to test him, or did he just pick up on something and help her out, and it surprised her and made her happy, kind of thing? I'm not sure, but I definitely liked that he. I don't know if I could have done it that well. I feel like I would have been like, but he did it like cheerfully, right? And gave it a good attitude and helped her out. And I only got $140 for it. Like, granted, I don't know how much time that took. Probably not that much time, right? I guess it depends on how specific she got with every single one of those dolls. But he only got $140 for it. But I mean, he successfully finished a job, which means that he can mark that off as something he's done. On top of that, he has her word of mouth, potentially, if she tells any of her friends or anything that this lawyer really helped her out and was very accommodating and everything. He could maybe get more jobs that way. And apparently he did one other will other than that one, and then a living trust. So he did get some jobs done. I don't know how much money he made, if it was, worth the whole billboard scam yet, but he's starting to get his name out there and starting to find like a niche for his business, so pretty cool. But yeah. I think I covered everything in my notes, really. So, and I feel like I've talked about most stuff from the episode. I think that's it for me. So, very fun. I can't wait to watch Mike stuff. Hopefully in the next episode we get whatever that was left here. Can't wait. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. If you're watching this on YouTube, that means that the rest of this show is on my Patreon already, all 5 seasons. So check that out. The show to completion is there. The link will be in the description below to my Patreon, where you can support me and get a whole bunch of content. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.